Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to how to level up super fast inside of the new season so you guys can get that tier 100 as quickly as possible. Obviously, you're going to want to grab that tier 100 skin. So I'm going to show you guys how you can do that super fast. You'll have to bear with me because I do have COVID again. This is the 4th time I've had COVID now, so I'm a little bit slow. I might keep stopping randomly and slow it down as we get through, but I'll try my best. It's going to be a little bit of a hard one to do, but we'll give it a go. So let's do it. Obviously, you want to get that level 200 as well, so let's explain how to do it. So this season's had a few changes with XP, and it's pretty simple. So XP itself is still the same on its levels, 80,000 per level, so up to 200 it's 80,000 every single level. It hasn't changed on that side, so that's fine. But what has changed is your quests. So now it's quite interesting. So the Kickstarter quests, they're going to give you 2.5 level worths. We'll talk in levels because it's a lot easier to talk in levels, so we're not talking like 200,000 XP. So basically what this is, it's 200,000 XP when you add it up, which is 2.5 levels. So that's what your Kickstarter's going to give you, which is pretty decent. Your survivor medals are actually pretty bad. I wouldn't recommend focusing these. Let them just happen naturally. Obviously focus your first common ones to get your llama back bling, but the rest, it's only actually 80,000 XP per one, which is just one level. So you're only getting one level per each one of these. So there's only 7 of them. So overall, this survivor medals only gives you 7 levels. So don't focus them, let them happen naturally. Snapshots, these are interesting. Obviously focus these because you want to access the rewards in game as well, which you can get here. And you want to know what's going on in the storyline. So do your snapshot quests, and they do come with creative ones as well. And the good thing about the snapshot quests is each one of these, so the creative ones, I don't have them on screen, but I'll put a screenshot of them here. The creative ones and the Nolan ones both give 4.375 levels. So basically 4.4 levels just both from them, which is pretty neat. So basically 9 levels just from them, and you've got to get 250,000 XP in creative to earn the challenge, to earn that extra XP, which is a total of 3.1 levels. So you're going to get roughly around 12 levels just from just one snapshot week, and then snapshots only happen on update usually, and I think there's only going to be 3 updates this season, or maybe 4 at a push, so we're probably only going to get like 3 worth of these, I'm assuming. So you're only really going to get 12, 24, 36 in total on your snapshot. So it's not too bad, but we'll come back to that in a sec. Now ranked, obviously no XP going to be acquired here, but I'll talk a little bit about ranked challenges in a sec and how to get these rewards super fast, which will actually benefit you with some of these weeklies and snapshot quests, and a little tips you can do them super quick, which I'll show you guys in a sec. So moving on to the dailies, they've been slightly nerfed due to the length of the season being decreased and the daily quests not actually being increased in value. But the way these work is to give you 48,000 per day if you do your 3 15s and your 3 singles, 48,000 per day. If we take it to the end of the season, that's roughly going to be 41 levels if you do every single day, which is unlikely, but I'd just recommend do them when you want. But if you want to do them every single day, then obviously you're going to get roughly 41 levels if you do that. So it's pretty good. Weekly wise, these have been changed slightly. The weeklies are actually more complex now. I'll explain these for you pretty quick. So I don't have the weeklies, but I'll put a little screenshot on screen because I've already done some of them. The way weeklies work, week 0 is giving you a total of 148,000, which is 1.85 levels, plus your bonus level, which puts it up to basically 2 levels or almost 3. So let's just call it 3 for the sakes of that. And then it looks like week 1 and all the other weeks are going to be nerfed slightly, only going to be giving you less XP in that first section. So they're only going to be giving you roughly 2 levels per week with that bonus thing. And if you say there's going to be roughly 10 weeks to the end of the season, then we're looking at roughly 23 levels per the season. So not too good, not too bad. That's roughly what we're looking at from that. And then obviously the bonus at the top here as well. This is considered a 40,000, which you get given every stage. There's 12 stages, so that's going to roughly give you 6 levels overall. So not bad. Overall, this is roughly going to give you about, for all of the weeklies and stuff, you're looking at around 26 to 29 levels, depending if they add any more additional ones. So decent amount, but nothing too major. Weeklies aren't that good this season. Milestones though, however, these are going to be giving you a total of 30 levels if you do them. Again, pretty good, but they're pretty grindy, and it does say they are season long, so don't focus them in my opinion. Just let them happen naturally. So you're probably wondering how much XP do you get from all of these today? Well, roughly, not including the snapshots, but including everything else, including weeklies and dailies, you're going to be getting roughly about 119 levels, which is pretty good. Now, if we add in the extra snapshots, which I've not mentioned, for some reason I just didn't put them in the calculation, but you get 142 if we add in the extra snapshots that aren't out yet. So 142 levels from everything here throughout the whole season is a decent amount, and that'll basically get you almost to tier 200. So where else is your XP going to come from? Well, obviously playing the game. Now let's explore some of that. Now, you probably wondered I said I'd come back to the ranked thing. Well, this is why, because ranked is an easy way of completing your challenges if you're not that good at the game. So me, for example, on Zero Build, I am in Bronze 1, which is like the lowest league, because I landed in and got eliminated straight away. And I'm pretty happy to be there, because in Bronze 1, that means I can do all the challenges because there's a lot of AIs, and I can just go around, focus challenges, focus quests, and then just last out the game and just die. And I do pretty well, and I can complete all my challenges, and you can also do your ranked challenges as well fairly easy, because in Bronze it's not too difficult to do them because most players are either bots or average players, and you can do pretty well. So I was happy that I got eliminated straight off the bat, and it worked last season for me really well. Bronze 1 to do challenges, so I recommend if you aren't very good, ranked is a good option to do your quests in, because most people aren't doing quests in ranked either, so it can be quite fun to do your quests and play out the game. So here I was playing out a Bronze 1 game, trying my best to eliminate the players, and unfortunately I only got 2 eliminations and I got taken out fairly swiftly. And you can see I got a lot of XP, that was quest XP, but the actual game itself I only got 5,700 XP. Which is pretty bad for playing a 20 to 30 minute game. So is BR good for XP? No. The answer is no. BR is not good for XP unless you're doing quests, which is obviously what I was doing in rank, so I was happy with that. But where else can you get XP outside of BR? So inside of Fortnite Creative, there's 2 ways of getting XP, in UEFN maps and in XP maps. In UEFN maps, the XP gives you it after about an hour to 45 minutes. It'll start to stack up roughly about 1,000 per minute, but it can be more and it can be less, depending on how often you play UEFN maps. There's an absolute ton, really. You can earn a lot more in UEFN maps than you can in BR if you're not performing and doing quests. So I built 3 UEFN maps for you guys, so you guys can just play in them for a long period of time, so you can rack up your XP and get an absolute ton. The first one I've got is Rocket Fly Gun Game One Shot. This actually takes a really unique mechanic where you can now fly forever in the air with this. Basically, there's an event in this which happens every 2 minutes where you can just consistently fly. If you double tap A when you're in the air, double tap your jump button, you'll just fly around with the rocket ram. It's super cool, and everything is one shot. So any of the players in here, you can just one shot them with the rocket ram. It's super fun, super awesome, and it's a really cool gun game to play. Obviously, you can use your guns as well, but you constantly keep the rocket ram as well as using your guns. So it's first to 100. Good luck, guys. It's super awesome, and it can last a while. So you're going to get a lot of UEFN XP in here, and you get to try out every single gun. Also, you can play as Skibby Toilet. It's a weird one, but I added it in. Well, Jonesy Toilet, I like to call him. So obviously in here, you can play as Jonesy Toilet. You can only eliminate the toilet by shooting him in the back. So when you do pick up the toilet by picking up the toilet roll, you can basically just take players out so easily with it. However, if you do see Skibby Toilet, either run away from it or try and hit it in the butt, because he will take you out super quickly, the Jonesy version of it. But yeah, that's it really for the first map. Let's move on to the second one. So the next map I've got for you is a meme tilted prop hunt. If you're a fan of my old tilted prop hunt, this is now the UEFN version of it, which means you don't need to collect the XP coins anymore. You can simply head in here and just play. You'll get an XP for playing as the props and just XP for hunting props, so you can play in here for as long as you want and rack up an absolute ton of UEFN XP. Which is super cool because you can now play as any of the memes in here. Inside of OG Tilted, you can hide in some of the original spots which I had in my original prop hunt, or some new spots which I've added in here. It's super cool. It's inside of UEFN, so head in with the code on screen, get yourself a bunch of UEFN XP in here. It's super easy, super chill, and if you like prop hunts, it's for you. Okay, the next one we've got is 50-50 Big Battle. This is one of my older UEFN maps. It's actually my first UEFN map I made for you guys, and it's inside of a 50-50 arena where you can play with an absolute ton of players. You can battle out, and again, you get playtime in here. All the new weapons are added in here as well. It's super fun. The IO versus the 7 inside of this arena. Go and give it a go. I think you guys will like it for that factor, and the code is on screen, so it's super fun. Give it a battle, see how it goes for you, and hopefully you can rack up a bunch of XP in here after the game. Again, you have to wait roughly about an hour for the UEFN XP to grant. Anyway, let's move on to Creative 1.0 XP. So, Box FFA, all guns. How do you get XP in here? Well, it's pretty simple. Dropping in again, so if you do keep dying, you'll get XP for dropping in, so don't worry about that. And obviously, eliminations is super crucial on Toybox. All the new items and weapons are added in here instantly, so by the time this video is up, the weapons are probably already in this map right now. And again, here's a perfect example of it. I just got 2,000 elimination XP for the last elim, and then I got 3,000 there. So it can be super random sometimes the amount of XP you get. And obviously, there's henchmen inside of here by the Columbo, which is lying down. So if you go over to that Columbo, you will get about 1,000-ish XP for eliminating these. It will probably be a bit less if you do consistently farm them, which some people do sometimes just love eliminating henchmen. If you like eliminating henchmen, then this is for you. You can practice your skills against them, or you can focus the other players and try out every single gun, item, and vehicle in the game in this map. It's super awesome. Now, Toy War is like a different version of Toybox. This is another really popular map of mine. This is a team deathmatch map, and inside of here, It's like a giant Toy War arena, and you can drop in either through the box if the door opens up, or through the teleporter. And once you're in here, you get XP again for dropping in here. This game, you can see I got 3,000 XP. Eliminating henchmen also gives you a bunch of XP. Again, another 2,700 there. So it is different depending on where you're at and where you are on the day. I actually played this after Toy Box. I played a bit of Toy Box first, then decided to come in here. And sometimes when you go on a new map, it kind of like resets your counter. Also some XP for playtime that gives every like 10 minutes on here as well. And obviously your challenges on the left hand side, which give you a huge bonus XP. Revive XP as well inside of Toy War. I'm sure you guys know the score with this one. I've shown this one off quite a few times in the past, and a lot of you guys absolutely love it for ranking up. So if you like a team deathmatch style play and you want to try out every single weapon in the game, sadly I can't have every vehicle in there because it is a map design, there's not enough memory, but every single item and weapon is in this map, so you can play with that. And a lot of vehicles are in here, from tanks and cars and stuff, but obviously I can't add every vehicle because there's not enough room on memory. Revive XP, super crazy, super hectic, pretty fun. Next up is 50 fashion. So if you're a fan of fashion shows and have a lot of skins in Fortnite and want to put them to the use, you can collect XP eggs in here, which are scattered around the show. You can also search boxes while you're waiting once you've chosen your fashion outfit, because you're going to want to get your best outfit suited up for this show to help you guys earn as much score as possible and get the victory royale, or the fashion royale as I like to say. So once you enter the show, you'll be in here with everyone and you'll see this kind of area here where you get welcome to the show XP. But yeah, in the show you'll earn score, and if you're wondering what score does, you can redeem these trophies. So for people that have played 50 fashion for a very long time, they'll get bonus XP for getting them trophies. It's kind of like a way of saying thank you to you guys. If you want to play that, feel free. There's also a breakdown of the XP in here if you want to kind of just go in there after you've watched this video and you need another breakdown of what's going on. You'll also gain XP if you do become the judge. You will gain XP, which is completely random, by the way. The judge is random every single time, so whoever hits that button gets the judge, and that's basically where it goes. Anyway, back to the show. So you're in the fashion show and you're wondering how much XP you get for playing it. Well, you get a welcome bonus and you get XP for running down the runway. Simply down the runway, you'll get an emote round XP if you do make it through to the emote round, which I've done over here. There's also this little button here you can press on the wall, which tells you who created the fashion show, which is obviously me making this video, and you can press that and you get the creator XP. Now you'll make it to the next round, which is going to be the final stage, and once you make it on the runway, you can do your little emote and you'll make it to the final, where you do get a little bit of bonus XP when you collect that coin, which is pretty neat, and you'll get XP as well for going down the runway to the final, and you get your top 5 placement XP. And if you do get voted through, you will get the first place XP, or second or third, which is a huge bonus as well, which is really cool. And if you do get eliminated at any point in the fashion show and you're wondering what do you do, well, there are 4 different mini games to play, maybe even more if you class the 1v1 area, so 5 technically, and you can go to these mini games and just literally play them with your friends as you wait for the next round. Or if you just want to chill for after the fashion show, you can play these mini games. These are just here like a bonus thing, but they do give a decent amount of XP for getting eliminations and obviously completing different challenges. There's a mini fashion show as well, so once you finish, if you do want to play the mini fashion show, you can. It's kind of like an open world. Also, one of the little secret eggs is located in this location as well. I'm sure someone's done a tutorial on YouTube of all the egg locations. If you haven't, maybe that could be you to do that. Then obviously here we've got the mini fashion show winner. If you do win the mini fashion show, you get XP, so that's pretty neat. If you like that, feel free to try it out. And over on this side as well, we do have the 50 death run. Now, there's actually 75 levels, or 100 levels now in here, actually, technically. You got the birthday death run, and I'm going to be adding a neon death run. I'm probably going to be closing down the other death run on the right, which will be the 7 death run, which will be being closed to a neon one very soon. So expect that coming soon. I'm going to be working on that very soon as well in the future. And obviously the firing range into darkness, which is just simply a firing range, which you guys can head in and farm if you want to practice your aim. I'm going to be replacing this with the new guns as well very soon. So the last 3 ways of getting XP inside of 50 fashion is scoring goals with the footballs, which is one way. It's crazy to think that 50 fashion has every single accolade placed down until it doesn't let you place anymore. So you can gain so many ways. Like, there's just so much XP you can gain inside of this map if you do it correctly. And obviously the vote out system. So if you get voted out, you can use the secret button to get into a secret room, and this actually lets you rejoin the fashion show in the first round. So if you get voted out because you've got a bad outfit or you didn't have time to fully select it or something, you can use that button to get back in through the secret room. And the final way is just simply going to the very end of the fashion show, and you'll get a bonus XP for that. And then the show ends and you can either head into a new show or a different map. It's really up to you. So there we have it. There's 1.0 and 2.0 creative XP methods. To conclude, the best way of doing this is completing your challenges in BR, mixing it with creative and UEFN, and you should be pretty much set to level up super fast. Save the world's also an option. However, it's been nerfed heavily over the last few seasons. I would personally avoid save the world for XP. It takes way too long to get, and you can earn XP a lot faster from playing creative 1.0 maps and mixing it in with a few 2.0 maps.